Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Our first guest. This woman has, well, she's an 8-time Emmy winner. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is.
Unless you're talking about Sesame Street.
I'm down here.
8-time Emmy Award winner. Wonderfully talented woman. She's the creator and executive producer of the very funny Netflix series Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lovely, the entertaining Tina Fey. Tina, come right up. So nice to see you. You are the personification of what show business is supposed to be. You're talented, you're smart, you're lovely, you're personable, and you're eager to perform.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
That's very kind of you to say. Well, thank you.
What do you, now, when, people have been bombarding me with this question. It's driving me nuts. When you don't have a regular job,
Yeah.
then what is your life? I'm looking at it like it's just a chasm, an empty chasm.
Well, I was thinking about you this week because I was thinking you're going to retire, and I've had this in miniature form. I did a show, we did 30 Rock, and the show ended, and I had the experience of stopping. And it's weird at first. The one thing I will warn you about is that all the things that you got out of doing because you were working all the time are going to come haunt you now.
Oh, no.
So like parent-teacher conferences, curriculum night, going to your niece's wedding, all that stuff. You're going to do that now. Like, did you know, if you get anything in the mail that says, like, will you host a gala?
Oh, no.
Just drink dish soap. Just if you get anything that says gala on it, drink, like, contact lens fluid, anything to get yourself in the hospital.
New York City seems to be the home of the gala.
Yeah.
Official or unofficial, big or little, there's a gala.
Every night.
And I was thinking about it, the big metropolitan gala.
You're going to have to go to that next year.
I've never been invited to that.
You're going next year.
Now, have I missed anything?
No, next year you're going. You're going to put a big old, like, salad bowl on your head. And
You got to go. You've been there. You know what it is.
I did. I didn't go this year. I have gone to it once, and it is such a jerk parade. Like, you cannot even... It is so unbelievable.
That is so nice. That's great.
Beautiful, and then clearly I'll never go again. But you go into this beautiful space, and it's just every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing, like, some stupid thing, and you walk at these huge steps. And I dragged my husband along with me too, which I'm still in trouble for. And we were going, and the Met's beautiful with all these people on cameras, and we walked down this big long hallway, and we were walking about 10 feet behind this very famously mean fashion designer, and I was like, with my husband, I'm like, oh, that's, you know, that guy, and whatever. And they had these, what I thought were sort of guards lining the hallway because they were in these uniforms, and if you look carefully, they weren't guards, they were just sort of beautiful boys in weird outfits. I was like, okay. And then, so we're walking behind this, like, famous guy in this empty hallway going to the thing. And then I realized that we were about 10 feet behind him, and we just walked into just a fart cloud. Just this famous man, just the most toxic gas that you could, but I was like, oh, this is the insides of a terrible person coming out. And we walked into that, and I sort of got the giggles, and then I looked over at the guard boys, and they were kind of like giggling in their sort of vaguely fascist uniforms, and then
Vaguely fascist.
Vaguely fascist. And then we sat down at this long table, and it's just everybody. It's everybody. If you had a million arms, and all the people you would punch in the whole world, they're all there. And
names? Any names
I couldn't
come to
possibly.
mind?
They're wonderful people. I mean, I was there. Clearly, I was one of them. But so I sit down, and then I'm sitting next to like another famous guy who's like a CEO guy. Just to be clear, not Donald Trump, because he's the most famous here. Although he was there, and he was kind of like dancing in his seat.
Dancing in his seat. Yikes.
But look at this famous CEO guy's talking to me, and I think perhaps he was on ecstasy because I didn't know him, and he just reached over and started touching my hair. And I was like, this is like famous, like a businessman. What is this gig? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
So I got up, and I was like, I'm just going to walk around and do a lap and try to see if I know anybody at this thing. And I walked around, and it is like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Brian Williams. It's just like every person in the world. And the person that I saw that I was like, you know what, there's somebody cool that like I can just sit in the corner and relax with. There's somebody normal. And just to give you an idea of how weird that event is, like the person that I saw, like, I'll go talk to her, was Barbara Walters.
That's pretty
And
good.
I just tried to like hang out with Barbara Walters.
I'm not going. I'm not going.
You're going next year. You're going to wear a red leather dress.
Earlier on in the discussion, you described it as what kind of a parade?
Jerk parade.
It's a jerk parade. We'll get that right up to the Met. I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that.
It's a jerk parade.
We'll be right back with the lovely Tina Fey, everyone. Tina Fey, ladies and gentlemen. Are you and Amy Poehler working on a film?
Yeah, we did a movie. It's going to come out in December. It's called
that's
Sisters.
fantastic. Sisters.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect.
And you're not going to get out of going because you're...
No, this is the kind of thing will stop me from going many times, because that's all you need. That's the 1-2 punch in American comedy as far as I'm concerned right there. And yeah, but you know what was a big deal, and I hope people understand how big a deal this was the SNL 40th anniversary.
Oh, yeah, we had the 40th anniversary of SNL.
Isn't
It was a big deal.
Television, yeah. And the people who have worked there, yourself and many others.
Everybody who ever hosted, pretty much almost every cast member, I think, made it back. And I worked on the SNL 25th anniversary. I think it was one of the first things I was head writer for. And so I really wanted to help out again with the 40th, but I was away. I was doing a movie in Albuquerque. And so, or so they believed. I was. And I was really wishing I could be there to help, and I kept getting these calls. I was trying to help, and they're like, great news, the show was going to be 3 hours. No, it's going to be 3.5 hours long. I said, oh my God, I was getting so nervous because it was a show that everyone rehearsed their stuff separately. It was never rehearsed together.
And it's live.
And it's live TV. And also I thought, well, the whole audience is movie stars. And I just thought, well, movie stars, they're not going to sit still that long. I was like, they're going to leave. They're going to go to dinner. There's really selfish people, and they're going to cut to the audience, doing sketches, and they'll cut to the audience. It'll just be like chairs and a lost purse. But it didn't. The show was great.
Yes.
The SNL team are
and
so amazing.
Whipped right through it.
Whipped right through it. They got a 3.5-hour show in exactly to time.
That's remarkable. It really was. And very entertaining. And great fun. Yeah. Good for you. And can I ask how the kids are?
Please do, because when are we ever going to talk about this again? So, yes, the kids...
Well, at the big Met Gala next year, of course.
The kids are good. The little one is 3.5 now, and she's maybe coming out of not being a jerk all the time, like she's
Oh, I
rounding a
remember
corner.
you said that there was some sort of reflexive anger.
Yeah,
that
she's
you-
very quick to anger. Like you ask her anything, her answer is usually is no, never. And you're like, okay, that's like your baseline is no, never.
No, never. Yeah.
She did throw a pretty amazing tantrum we were in Albuquerque. They were visiting me. And my husband I was working, so he took him around all day, took everybody to the zoo, and long morning, and then he was trying to get her home, and he said she just threw literally like a 40-minute fit. They couldn't go home because she was insisting that she wanted to drive.
I'm sorry. The 3.5-year-old wanted
She
to
wanted
drive.
to drive like an Escalade. She's like, I'm strong enough.
Has she driven much?
Not that I know of. I was like, you should have turned it on. Like, she could never reach it. But he said he had to wrestle her into the back. But she's getting a little sweeter. She's getting into the cute, like, girly age where they like princesses.
Princesses, tea parties.
Yeah,
nail polish.
makeup. Like, I was putting makeup on a little bit the other day, and she was like, I want some makeup. I said, okay, you can have a little,
Yeah.
my makeup home's like colored chapstick, so. So I'm giving her a little makeup, and they get really excited, and the toddlers, they try to start a sentence, and they get stuck in it. You remember this when they go like, Mommy, I look, Mommy, and then feel like, you'll get it out, and then finally she goes, Mommy, I look prettier than you. You're like, all right. You're 3, I'm 44, I get it. It's not a contest.
Now, selfishly, and on behalf of every parent alive,
Yeah.
when you get to that moment when the kid wants to drive the Cadillac Escalade home,
Yeah.
and the kid is 3.5,
Yeah.
and there's a fit,
Yeah.
how do you disconnect that? What circuitry do you throw?
Hard. You have to. They always say you cannot let it work, right? Because if the fit works, then they'll throw a fit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have, on many occasions, carried her sideways.
Yeah.
Like a plank. I carried her down the streets of Albuquerque screaming.
and kicking.
Yeah, past like a bunch of mariachis, just like screaming. Because it can't work. That's the only thing I know.
You can't let it work. But now, I don't know what your life was like as a kid, but my life as a kid was, if I even got close to pulling that,
Oh, yeah.
they grab me, and no, and then take me and throw me in the car, and we go wherever we're going,
Yeah.
or I'm going to get spanked. One of the two things.
It's such a weird. I never would have dared to act up like that.
I
I
didn't have an opinion until I was 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way they work that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, and forgive me if this sounds indelicate, but you just look wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. This is,
That's a beautiful dress.
thank you. It's a beautiful dress. It was not actually lost on me because I always, I've been here 20 times, apparently. I've been on the show 20
Great.
times.
Good for you. Good for
Thank
me.
you, because I live nearby and people cancel a lot. But I realized that when you retire, this is it. Like I'm never gonna wear a fancy dress on a talk show again.
Well, don't say that.
No, because first of all, well, thank you, but it's very hard work. I don't know if you're aware of the contraptions. There's under here are like, it's almost medical. There's like a thing in it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a lot, and I'm terrible in heels, and I also just realized, I dress up like this out of respect for you.
Oh, God bless you.
I really do.
Well,
And, I'm not gonna...
but forget me. I mean, it's just lovely. Just
this
and the
is
blue,
it, because...
This is like
oh,
something
thank
Kate
you.
Middleton would
Well,
show
thank
up
you.
in.
And this is it, because I'm not going to wear, what am I going to put a dress on for Jimmy? That's creepy. He's like my brother. You know what? I'm going to wear like special underwear for James Corden. That's not going to happen. So you know, the next time you see me, I will be playing charades in a slanket. But because this...
No, wait a minute. You mentioned special underwear?
This is... yeah.
What really?
Because this is my last time wearing a fancy dress on a talk show and conforming to gender norms out of respect for you. My gift to you is I want to give you the dress. So you can keep it. I don't know if you can hold it. You can pull that. Yeah, you can unzip it. But this is it, you know, this is...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't know what to say. Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Can I hug you in this?
Wow. Look, it's Tina Fey. Wait a minute. Hold it. Hang on. Yeah, they're on their feet. Hang on here. Hold it. Here, hold it. Hey. I'm told now we have time for another segment.
So...
God bless you, my dear. Thank you so much. Oh, my. We'll be right back with First Aid Kit.